In today's video, we are going to be breaking down the 1-2-2 full court press. Now, while there are different ways that some coaches will run this is how I personally would run or do run this play. So basically what you're going to be having is player 1, this will be one of your faster players, and we would also have players 2 and 3 being some of your quicker players as well. The idea here is you really want to trap in these corners and also back here as well. Any of the corners you want to trap. Sideline is preferred as well. Anywhere along the sideline you can trap. So basically what you want to do is, of course, let's say these guys run a basic inbounds, okay? Well, now what you want to see, player 1 should be stunting. He should not be sprinting over to try and trap player 3 right away. What we do want to see, however, is player 2. We want him to be stopping the progression up the sideline, and we want player 3 to be sprinting down to try and cut off any passes that are happening to this side. That is when player 1 will stop stunting and will then go into trap mode, which will be player 1 and 2 trying to trap along the sidelines. At this time, player 5 and 4 will move over, so we are still in our 1-2-2. You generally do not want to leave that 1-2-2. If the ball gets swung around to the opposite side, players 3 and 4, 2 and 5 will then continue to stay in their 2-2 formation, and then player 1 needs to sprint over and try and trap player 2 along this sideline, while now player 2 red is going to be there trying to cut off that reverse pass once again. Again, the whole idea here is to try and trap either in the corners or anywhere along this sideline, which will allow you to, of course, get that turnover. And that is the whole idea here. A lot of mistakes that younger players will make is they'll hear their coach say for sideline, and they will give the angle for this player to dribble up sideline. You do not want to do that. Player 3 has to get his foot either right on the sideline or an inch away from the sideline so that player 2 cannot just go up that sideline and is forced to go back towards the middle, in which case player 1 will meet him, and that will then be a trap in that corner, or at least on that sideline. Now, a very successful way that I have seen this play being ran is if you've got fast, long-armed players, instead of them being back here, you can put your fast, long-armed players who are tall up top of this zone. So in that first 2 formation. And then you can put your faster 2-guard or small forward at half court. The idea here now is if they go for these long passes, these players will be fast enough to pick off these passes and go back in for a layup. Meanwhile, these long-armed players who are potentially tall, let's say at a grade 8 level, they're 6 feet tall with a 6'3 wingspan at this time, or a 6'1 wingspan or a 6'2 wingspan, let's just say they have long arms, in which case, when this pass goes to player 2, they are already there looking to cut that pass off, but because of their long arms, now they're making it harder for player 2 to be able to pass the ball. And this is actually a very good strategy that you can run. If you've got centers or forwards who have long arms, they are very beneficial if you put them in that second line of a press, because now instead of them being back here trying to intercept the long pass, trying to intercept that touchdown pass, they can be here right up on the ball, so that now when that player gets trapped, and of course when he picks up his dribble, they better be both calling ball, or dead. At that time, they are now disrupting the ability for player 2 blue to be able to pass the ball. So this is a very good strategy that you can run. I've also seen players, or coaches I should say, run it really spread out, run it like a 3/4. And this can be very beneficial too. So this would be more of a 3/4 press. And what you would be essentially looking to do here is trying to trap in these corners here. I've also seen teams run it so that they're just a bit back. Player 1 is trying to pressure that ball wherever it goes. Let's just say you have a really fast guard like Lucas is on our U14 team, who can keep up with even people who are, or players who are passing the ball. because he's very fast. He's just as fast as somebody passing the ball almost. Where now, if they pass that ball, now he's just trying to pressure that ball, trying to get a hand in there until they get to a point where they are at half court. And if they are to try to do a mid-court pass, which is something that every team should be looking to do on a press or a press break, these 4 guys in the back have already moved over to a point where now all of these passes are cut off, and there is not much that player 2 blue is going to be able to do. I hope that this has helped you. Make sure to go check out my Unbeatable Basketball Zone defense book down in the description below, and I will see you guys in my next video.